It's a bloodbath when it comes to the economy too. Fuel prices in Pakistan have touched a record high. The government has increased prices by 35 Pakistani rupees per litre for petrol and diesel. This comes a week after the entire country was plunged in darkness due to Pakistan's biggest ever power outage. People in Pakistan will now have to pay almost 250 rupees for 1 litre of petrol. Almost 263 rupees for 1 litre of high-speed diesel, 190 rupees for 1 litre of kerosene, and 187 rupees for 1 litre of light diesel. Why did the country take this decision? Pakistan's Finance Minister Ishaq Dar says prices have been hiked after reports of artificial shortages and hoarding of fuel in anticipation of a rise. He said in the last 4 months, there was no increase in petrol prices and prices of diesel and kerosene, in fact, decreased. This comes after Pakistan experienced a nationwide outage. Millions of people went without electricity. All major cities, including Islamabad, Lahore and Karachi, experienced power cuts. The Energy Minister said this happened due to quote-unquote reduced frequency in the national grid. The impact was massive. The outage caused major disruption. Hospitals had to use backup power generators. Many people were left without drinking water. The situation was so bad that Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif had to apologize to the people of his country. This was the second major power outage in 4 months. Here's a question. When you're short of money and unable to make ends meet, what do? The sensible thing is to limit expenditure to only essential goods. But Pakistan is doing the exact opposite. The country is splurging on luxury cars in the middle of an economic crisis. The government has allowed the import of 2,200 luxury vehicles. This will be done in the first 6 months of the current fiscal year. Pakistan has given a reason for it. It says that almost 8,500 containers carrying important products are held at ports. These products include consumer goods, industrial goods, pharmaceuticals, and perishable items. More than 95% of these containers have been held. At a time like this, the import of used luxury cars is being cleared at ports. And Pakistan has spent hundreds of billions of rupees to import these vehicles. Just to remind you, this is happening at a time when people are not being able to keep the lights on. Meanwhile, protests continue for all kinds of reasons. A few days ago, a Danish-Swedish politician burned the Quran in Stockholm. Protests erupted in Pakistan. Around 12,000 people turned up on the streets of Lahore. These were members of Pakistan's Tehreek-e-Labbaik party. Its head, Saad Rizvi, urged the government to lodge a strong protest against Sweden. Hurt religious sentiments threatened to derail Sweden's NATO bid, and Pakistan's reaction is a classic case of misplaced priorities and misplaced anger. Some protesters burned Switzerland's flag, confusing it with Sweden's. Amid all of this, Pakistan's Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari arrived in Moscow to meet his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov. Earlier this month, Russia's Energy Minister visited Islamabad. Bilateral economic and trade relations were discussed. The larger focus was on oil and gas. Russia is looking to provide oil to Pakistan. But who will pay for it? That's a story for another day.